Welcome back to Whiskey Wonder Woman. We're finally getting back to the mystery box, so let's get started. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click that button. Let me know that you're watching. So we have a pour of a whiskey in this glass, and I have to guess if it's over 50 or under 50. And based on the notes, I have to guess if I think it's on the higher end or lower end. So let's do this thing. Color is a nice brown, but it is a little light. It's not as dark or giving that amber color. Oh, it has good legs though. I have to be careful doing the legs because I always spill. I will say though, from here to here, it is super fragrant. I get immediate like honey and vanilla. It's very sweet, and I haven't even started the aroma yet. The liquid is a little thin, and I've noticed that sometimes when it's thinner, I'm able to get more fragrance out of the whiskey. All right, let's start off with the aroma. Someone in my last video told me not to swish my glass too much before doing the aroma, and it's such a bad habit, but I'm going to try and let it sit for 10 seconds. Ooh, that is a nice scent of wood. It is very clean, very cut. This is a very fragrant whiskey. Immediate sweet oak. I'm definitely getting caramel, I'm getting vanilla, I am getting the honey. I also think I'm getting a fruit, and it kind of reminds me of apples. So far, I'm really liking the aroma. It reminds me of a scotch, honestly. The wood note is making me lean towards a bourbon. So, I swirled it in. All right, let's go in for the taste. Cheers. Initial wasn't bad, but it started just going downhill, honestly. It's a little astringent. The finish is not that great. It's very bitter and thin, and it feels like I just took a shot of whiskey. I will say the note was a little bit of wood, a little bit of caramel, tiny bit of vanilla, but it got lost within 3 seconds. So I think this might be a bottom shelf, but I don't think it's bad. Maybe if it had an extra few years, it would probably be really good. Yeah, I will say this has potential. I think it's young bourbon or it's bottom shelf because it's not sitting on my tongue really great. I'm gonna drink water. I've had worse, I'll say that. I think it has a lot of potential, but I definitely think it's under $50. There's no way I would ever pay over 50 for whatever is in this glass. Because of the woody notes, I'm going bourbon, but the aroma really felt like it was a scotch. So with that, let's see what's in the box. It is I've gotta bear with me. Overholt straight rye whiskey. This was not spicy at all. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's 40 bucks. Mono Gahila mash. I don't even know what that is. Wow. I love new things coming on this channel. This rye whiskey is born from a traditional Mono Gahila, I think I said that right, mash bill made of 80% rye grain and 20% soft malted barley for balance. Man, I didn't get a single rye spice whatsoever. Totally disappointing. It says balanced and robust with notes of warm spice. I don't even think I got spice. We're reviving our rye's original Monongahela roots in honor of our founder, the proudly Pennsylvanian A. Overholt, 1810, one of the oldest continuously made USA ryes. Wow, I didn't know that. How cool is that? Bottle looks really cool though. You know what? I'm gonna look up the notes and hopefully it opens up more, and then I'm going to go in for another taste because I didn't even think it was a rye. I said it was a bourbon, and I'm completely wrong. It does say that it was made in Kentucky, so I wonder if it started off in Pennsylvania and then moved over. Okay, so the distiller is Beam. Mash bill is 80% rye, 20% malted barley, aka the Monongahela mash. It's 4 years old, came out this year. It's 95 proof. Let me double check that. Yep, 95 proof, and it's $40. Yikes! $40. Whew. I don't see that Beam has it on their website, but I see a lot of reviews for it. And I know like Breaking Bourbon, I think that's a popular website, whatever it's called. It came out April of 2024. It's 4 years old. Dark gold. I mean, that's still honey to me. $40. After World War II, Americans turned to clear spirits, and Old Overholt soon became the only nationally distributed straighted rye whiskey on the market. I just realized my throat is not well enough to be reading, so let me skip down to the good stuff. Okay, so after World War II, despite being the only rye in the market, it struggled and was sold to James B. Beam Distilling Company in 1987. And after that sale, production was moved over to Kentucky. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, Old Monongahela rye was an old style of rye that got its name from whiskey farmers working in the Monongahela Valley in Pennsylvania. Originally an unaged product, it got its old moniker when distillers started barreling and aging it in stone and brick warehouses. Old Monongahela rye used source water from the Monongahela River, utilized a 4-to-1 ratio of rye to malted barley. Nose, rye grain. I didn't get that. I will say there's like a nice leather note, and sometimes I do find that in rye. So I'll give it that. They said golden raisins and honey. It's pretty sweet, so I'll give it that. And I do get the honey. Fresh baked bread and baked cinnamon apples. Okay, I got the apples. Palate, notes of brown butter. An array of mild nose. Am I reading the right one? Is this hash string? No. Brown butter, white pepper, clove, graham cracker, and peanut brittle. I am not getting that. What the heck? Finish warms things up with baking spices, leather, and a touch of blackberry. All right. I'm going in again because I didn't get that. I get spices. It's so thin that it's not hitting enough. And there's a little bit of like bitterness towards the end. I'm really struggling with this. I will say I do get the leather. I think that's very present, and that's a good thing because I felt that this bottle lacked a lot for me for $40. I still think that it sips like a bourbon because the rye isn't as strong as I thought it would be, and I don't know if that was the point with the barley added in to kind of mellow it out and make it nice and smooth, because it isn't punching me. It's not going down like hot. It's not burning. It's really, really smooth, and maybe that's what the bottle is for. Other than that, I did not think it was a rye. I did hear there's a cask strength, and I heard that one's really good. So for this being 4 years old, I would like to get the 11-year-old version because I really do think it has potential. But, you know, it wasn't a hit for me. I have heard people talk about Overholt being a really good rye whiskey, but I think I've only heard it about the 11-year cask strength, and I haven't seen that. So with that being said, it's okay. I think it tastes more like a regular whiskey, a bourbon. I did not get rye. So if you're struggling to drink rye, maybe start off with this to ease yourself in. So with that, I will see you in the next mystery box. Cheers.